Hey guys, Gaz1 here, and I'm bringing you my Unchained Deck profile. This is one I promised, but I actually wanted to take it to locals first of all before I did the deck profile on my channel, just so it would have been a bit of a surprise for anyone who watched my videos at locals. I actually came 5th place with this deck. My record was 3-2, and I'll get more into that in the Get Good At video, which I don't think a lot of people watched the first one with Cyber Dragons. Basically, Get Good was a video series I decided to do. For whenever I showcase a deck profile, I take it to locals, record the games, and I suppose we have like a conclusion or a talk about how the deck actually performs and what I would change about the deck profile. So, as I said, I went 3-2. That's 3 wins, 2 losses, and I came 5th place. 5th place, yeah. I did have, I suppose, good tiebreakers because there's a lot of 3-2s there. I believe there's about 5. But yeah, my tiebreakers basically put me in a better position. So yeah, without further ado, I'll go into the main deck first of all, starting of course with the monsters. I'll talk more about, the changes I would make and stuff, but this is essentially what I used at my locals. So first of all, I got 3 Unchained Twin Aruha, 3 Unchained Twin Rakir. Let me just get rid of the field center. 2 of the Abominable Unchained Soul, and 2 of the 3rd Twin Unchained Sarama. I thought that this ratio was amazing. Usually this is definitely a blind second deck, so I got 2 of the Unchained Soul. I just realized I'm missing one of the big doggos as well. So I got 1 Unchained Soul Disaster. This is the garnet of the deck. Obviously you can target a card on your field if this is in your hand and destroy it to summon the Aruha. Rakir is a quick effect pop. The Abominable Unchained Soul, if a card is destroyed, or one of my own cards that is, I can special summon it, and if it's special summoned, I can discard a card, destroy something on the field, and Sarama can target a Unchained card in the graveyard, set it, then pop a card on the field, and of course Disaster, you use it to link away opponent's monsters, which is super good. It came up clutch so many times. So for the hand traps now, I've got 3 of the Nibiru, 3 Ash Blossoms, 2 Dimension Shifter, 1 Pancratops, and there is actually 3 Infinite Impermanence. Something I did want to quickly say, though, even though I was going to talk about it in the Get Good At video, and I would change these ratios up to have 2 Nibiru and the 3rd Dimension Shifter. Dimension Shifter just absolutely endgames. It's such a really good hand trap, and your Unchained monsters and cards don't need to go to the graveyard, they just need to be destroyed, so this really doesn't actually hurt the deck that much. It can hurt obviously with Sarama, but if you're making your opponent not do much, you can really set up a really good strong control board anyway after going second. It's weird, this is a control deck that likes to go second. I absolutely just love playing this deck. Something I definitely want to take again to locals. Next off to the spells. I just group them all up together. So there are some quite expensive spells, so I will talk about some alternatives. So Abomination's Prison, you get to add a Unchained card, and that can be the traps or the monsters, to your hand, so it's like a rotor. You can also, if it is destroyed, set and destroyed, you can special summon an Unchained monster. That's basically all they do. If it's destroyed, you get to summon one from the deck. 3 of the Dark Ruler No Mores. This may be a bit of a weird choice. I actually am thinking of changing this for a card in the side, which I'll talk about later on. But it's a really cool card. I was just expecting more Dragoons, and I did see a lot of Dragoons. However, after the day, I realized there's something in my side that better counters the Dragoons. So that's the reason that that is in here. 3 Pot of Extravagance. This card is fairly cheap now. They've been £20 from the Megatins, so, but if you still need a budget alternative, I'd say get Pot of Desires. There's a lot of free ofs in this deck. But yeah, I'd definitely say Extravagance. And finally, 2 Lightning Storms. I suppose you could play the Cosmic Cyclones instead. That probably would be a lot better. I like this card because you can just destroy the opponent's entire board after they, make these crazy boards. After you Dark Rule and no more, for instance, and then you could just destroy everything with Lightning Storm unless they're smart and put everything into defense. Anyway, finally into the last of the traps, I'm playing free Abominable Chamber of the Unchained. Can special summon an Unchained from graveyard or hand, and free Escape. Such a really good card. I wish these two got rarity bumps as well as the main deck monsters in the Mega Tins, but alas, didn't get those unfortunately. But of course, when they're set and destroyed, you get to special summon Unchained monsters from the deck. Next up, I'll go into the extra deck. I play 2 of the Unchained Abomination, Link 4. It's not the greatest Link monster, but it's still pretty good, destroying loads of cards on the field anyway. Next up, I've got 3 of the Unchained Soul of Anguish. Of course, you're playing Extravagance. You can also use your monsters to link into another Link 4 I do play in this deck, which I'll go over shortly. I keep hitting this damn camera. Also playing 3 of the Unchained Rage. Of course, you want to max out and play 3 because of Pot of Extravagance. Playing 2 of the Nightmare Unicorn. This is something that you probably go into with the Unchained Soul of Rage to spin away a problematic card your opponent may control. And next up to the one-offs, I suppose you could say, Access Code Talker. I do want to get a second one of this, but it's still a really pricey card. I think it's like £80 at the moment, so I will pick another one up. I got Topologic Zero Burrows. Was super clutch on the day to get rid of some really problematic cards on the field. After, of course, Dark Ruling my opponent, I didn't want them to have them on the field, so I just banished everything. 2 Starving Venom Fusion Dragons and a Predaplan Dragostopela. You can probably guess what is in my side now because of those cards, but I just wanted some nice options for that. And of course, because of Dragoon, definitely a really strong card to have Dragoon as well. Obviously, once you used the Super Poly. So into the side, of course, I got the 1-dimension shifter, which I 100% will change with the Nibiru after this recording. 2 token collectors. I was thinking of playing 3, but I thought 2 would be enough. Probably something else I'm going to take out for Artifact Lancia, which would have been much better than this card. I didn't really see this card when I needed it, probably because I was only playing 2. If I played 3, I probably would have drawn it more and been able to use it more, but yeah, I'm not too sure about this card. Of course, the 3 super polymerizations, because we play the Starving Venom in the extra deck, can get rid of Dragoon very easily. Super strong card. Obviously, they can't respond to this with the Dragoon. Next up, for going first, I'm playing the Artifact package. Now, I'm only playing 2 Artifact items because I am, in fact, also playing 2 Trap Tricks, which essentially acts as the 3rd and 4th copy of the trap cards itself, because we would special summon Scythe to stop them from going into their extra deck. Then I'm also playing 2 of the Heavy Storm Dusters for the back row decks, so we can set up against them going first. And finally, to round off the side deck, 1 red reboot for Altergeist and any other trap heavy decks, because Unchained really does struggle against those trap heavy decks. And then Imperial Order as well, in case we are going first and we're up against a spell heavy deck, we can flip the Imperial Order and watch them cry, because we only really need to have the Pot of Extravagance in the main deck and the Abomination's Prison, which you can also just set and pop and get resources from that. So Imperial Order is such a great card. So yeah, that was my Unchained deck profile. Again, I went 5. Oh no, I came 5th place, but I went 3-2 with this, so I still got to play it more and get a better score, hopefully. And I hope you enjoyed this video and liked this deck profile. If you did, please remember to leave this video a like, subscribe to the channel to see some more deck profiles, and leave a comment on what you would change in the deck yourself. Thanks for watching. See ya.